Supply and demand had to come someday, didn't it? Look guys, supply and demand is very similar to support and resistance, but there's a different method to getting to it. But it is very good for controlling your risk as well. But I'll let you know right now that I don't use supply and demand as my main system. You'll all know my main system is using the support and resistance systems, and that supply and demand is very much a backup system for me, just like Fibonacci and that sort of thing. That said, guys, don't use too many systems. Too many systems will drive you nuts. Trading's a 50-50 game. Some you lose, some you win. So there is no magic wand or magic system out there. But supply and demand is a great system to use when managing your risk. And before we get to how it works and how to actually trade it and how to use it on the charts, let me just tell you a little bit about it. And it's very simple. I'm going to make it as easy as 1 + 1, right? And that is, when you're trading supply and demand, it's effectively a large institution or a large group or a large amount of money which has had an order in a certain area. That order is taken and it pushes the price in a certain direction really fast, usually on the higher time frames like a 4-hour, 1 hour or a day, something like that. So what you're looking for is those vast moves, and usually because there'll probably be some of that trade left over back in that area, so there'll still be some of those orders left, and that's what you're hoping for at the end of the day. It's not a very exact science and it's not 100%, but generally here and there are some trades left in that area and you can get a good trade out of it. Doesn't work every time though, it's sort of 50-50, just like the stock market in general. Hey guys, it's Rob Guilty, it's logical trading. Don't forget, trading's risky. If you don't like taking risk and you don't like losing money, don't trade. It's about as easy as it gets. So before I get to showing you the charts and how to draw in your supply and demand and that sort of thing, do me a favor guys, go check out my blog, trade there every day, free trade. It's just a trading idea. 10-15 seconds of your time, nothing more. Visit the secret blog. Free trade on there every day, which I post totally free. Guys, it's not financial advice, just a trading idea. On the blog as well, you'll see on the left, a little PDF, free Forex book, my gift to you, asking nothing for it. But enjoy the trade every day. It's always nice to know what everybody else is doing, isn't it? Now that you've checked out the blog, you've seen there's a trade there every day. Just an idea, it's not trading advice, guys. Don't forget that. Let's get to the charts and let's have a look at how to trade supply and demand and what it's all about. So what you're looking for, guys, is when you go into the charts, your supply area is on the top, a bit like a resistance. Your demand area is on the bottom, a bit like a support. Doesn't matter which way it's called, but that's how it is, right? So if you're looking for a demand area, basically you're looking for a long trade, right? So you go to go look for an area where there's been 3 strong green bars coming up. So you can see it shot up, it's rather obvious. Then you go to the first bar, just behind that there should be a small bar, smaller bar. Take that bar and draw it out, that's your demand area, right? Now what you do is you wait for the price to come back into that and give you a green bar coming out of it, a confirmed closed green bar coming out of it, and that's your trade. Don't wait for 3 or 4 times. Generally, you've got 1 chance with supply and demand. The same goes for supply. The opposite applies. You go and look for 3 red bars at the top, and you look for the bar just before the first red bar. You draw your supply area out of it. Then you wait for it to go back into that area, and if it comes out of that with a nice little red bar, there's your trade. Easy. You don't have to go to higher time frames to look for it. You can pick up your supply and demand on the same time frame that you're actually trading on. It's no big deal. Supply and demand, if it lines up with your support and resistance or your Fibonacci's and things like that, it's great confluence for your trading. But don't put too many lines on your chart. Don't use too many systems because it can confuse you. And the reason I've taken so long to show you supply and demand is I really wanted you to get used to your support and resistance trading first. Use that as your main system. You can use supply and demand as a backup system. It's really easy to use, but it's not reliable, and it's not as reliable as your support and resistances are. But you can take those trades. It's a bit like, I'm going to show you trend line trading as well. Not today, another day. But trend line trading works very much like support and resistance. And trend line trading you can use very much in confluence with support and resistance. It works the same way, and it's actually a fantastic thing to do. So we're going to get to that as well. We're going to show you that type of trading. That's also a fantastic way to manage your risk. So guys, if you want to manage your risk, thanks for watching. Watch the last video. That'll show you how to manage your risk. Cheers guys, till next time. Bye.